Okay, so guys, I wanted to take a quick second to do something that I normally do not do, and that is talk about politics and the current state of affairs. I know for a fact I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but at this point, it is what it is. So sorry in advance if I triggered somebody, but listen, man. If you expect me to believe that magically while we're sleeping, that somebody makes up a 300,000+ vote lead in Georgia from the time we go to bed to the time we wake up this morning, if you expect me to believe that that's kosher and that there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, have you fell and bumped your damn head? Nobody sees anything wrong with that, because the needle for the other party didn't move by so much as 10 votes. But there's 300,000 that got pulled out of somebody's ass. Come on, dude. You know, we might have been born at night, but we weren't born last night. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, this shit's getting ridiculous. It really is. I mean, nobody sees that there's something wrong with that. Then you are further gone than I thought you were. I mean, this is crazy, man. And then, we found 60,000 ballots from soldiers overseas who mailed their stuff in, and because we voted for a specific individual who those ballots were for, they're in the trash. Literally, they found ballots that went against the narrative, and they threw them in the trash. Come the hell on, man. Listen, again, I normally don't talk politics, but it's one thing if you win fair and square. You beat somebody straight up head to head, better man wins. When you got to cook the ballots or cook books, whatever the hell it is you want to call it, to win because you can't win fair and square, that's shameful, man. That is absolutely shameful. And anybody that doesn't see anything wrong with what's going on right now, then shame on you. Because you know what? You're contributing to the shamefulness. Because you're in denial, man. You are denying the fact that there is no cheating going on right now. It doesn't matter whose party it is. You cannot sit there and tell me, with all the videos that have appeared on social media, with all the leaks, there's a dude sitting there counting ballots while he's filling the damn things out. He's literally circling the marks and the boxes, and he's filling the shit out while he's counting it. Does nobody see that there's an issue here? Not being allowed to observe ballots being counted? Gee, Batman, nothing at all sounds fishy with that. I mean, come on, dude. Like, have some integrity here. Let's have gentlemen's agreement, okay? Nobody's going to pull 300,000 votes out of their ass overnight while the other person doesn't get a single one. We're not going to magically find 130,000+ votes for one person, and not a single one of those votes are for somebody else. Come on, man. Like, don't treat fucking America like we're stupid, because we're not. If you win fair and square, then the better man won. It is what it is. But just understand that this is not a fair and square process. I mean, just look at the facts. I mean, we just talked about them for the last 4 minutes. It's not fair and square. So, but at the same time, there's nothing I can do about that. But the fact that somebody's going to say, oh, no, Uncle Joe pulled 300,000 votes out of his ass. Yeah, okay, whatever. If that helps you sleep better at night, you go right ahead. But let me tell you one thing. I've got friends who, well, I don't want to call them friends. We'll call them acquaintances who are in the 2A world who, I know that they've, voted for a specific party. Now, I'm not going to name names. And that particular party's in the lead right now. So it's kind of one of those things where you want to keep your gun rights, but the guy you're voting for wants to do away with anything related to 2A, and that's your livelihood. That's your job. I mean, you know, you would literally vote to lose your job and your livelihood and how you pay your damn bills because you have a creepy old guy blowing smoke up your ass, telling you he's going to do something that he's not going to do. He's going to raise your taxes 20 to 30%. He's going to take away your guns, how a few of you, my acquaintances, make your living. You're talking out of both sides of your mouth here, okay? You want to pay higher taxes. The job that puts food on your damn table, you want him to take away from you so you can't put food on your table. You want to pay a $200 tax stamp for every magazine that you have that's over 10 rounds. And anybody in the 2A community's got more than one. So pull out a damn calculator and do the math. You tell me, okay? This whole, you know, plan that they pushed, you can't be a 2A supporter and talk out of both sides of your mouth on this particular issue. You just can't. I mean, there's no way, because here's what's going to happen, right? You're in the 2A community, you voted for Biden, you're an adult, you can vote for who you want to vote for, but I will tell you this, neither myself nor anybody else in the 2A community better hear one damn word of negativity when that bill comes down that they're going to try to ban everything 2A, that they're going to start taxing your magazines $200. You're going to have the entire freaking country is going to be registered. You know, you're going to have to keep a card like you do in Illinois, some of these other states. Every magazine you have, every firearm, you're going to have to keep a card. You're not going to be able to buy ammo without that card. There's nothing you can do without that card. Absolutely nothing. So just understand that, you know, yeah, he's in the lead, but again, neither myself nor anybody else in the 2A community better hear one MFing word. Not one. You don't get to complain if you have a problem with anything that regime does. You don't get to complain. Period. None. Nobody wants to hear that shit because you contributed to it. So as far as I'm concerned, you're just as guilty as the guy making the damn decision. So it is what it is. Listen, you know, I had to rant here, and again, if I offended anybody, I apologize, but it is what it is at this point, because people are so fucking gullible, pardon my French, that they believe what this creepy old guy says, okay? Think about this. What would you rather have? Would you rather have your country run like a business where we try to increase profits and everybody gets paid and everybody does well, no matter what your line of work or what your occupation is, whether you're 2A, whether you lay brick, whether you drive a cab, you know, whether you work at your grocery store, it doesn't matter. Everybody's in a good financial position. Well, unfortunately, you're not going to get that if Uncle Joe wins. It just is what it is. And anybody that believes that, you hit your damn head. I mean, it just, you know, you're drinking the Kool-Aid hard, bro. Really hard. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. But again, you don't get to complain. You know, as far as I'm concerned, anybody who voted for Joe Biden and you're in the 2A community, every time I look at your damn social media feed, I better see sunshine, rainbows, and that's it. You know, like, Uncle Joe's the greatest. You know, Uncle Joe's awesome. You know, Uncle Joe can do no wrong. You know, yeah, you know, he caused me to, you know, take a job that I was making, you know, $15,000 working part-time. Yeah, he made me $20,000 a year working part-time. But I've got to pay 30+% extra every year on my taxes. Do the frickin' math, genius. Okay? What's more beneficial? And guess what? All the frickin' law enforcement officers out there who are going to get paired up with a damn social worker, guess what? You know, if I was them, I'd say, okay, you know what? Every time we have a traffic stop, you go handle that traffic stop. I'll stay in the car. You know, you got this. And here's something else. You know, here's some of the policies that this regime is going to try to put forth. Okay, let's Let's call it what it is. How would you feel? You're driving down the road, you get hit by a drunk driver, and you lose your life. Or somebody you know has that happen to them. Guess what? That person's not going to jail. They're going to treatment. Well, you know, they need treatment more so than they need jail, even though they freaking killed somebody. They need treatment because this society will be better if they have treatment. Well, God forbid, you just killed somebody. How about you give them treatment while they're being prosecuted for the crime they just committed? How about that? But no, that would go against the freaking narrative. And, you know, guys, look at the state of California, okay? How much of a fucked up state is that? I mean, I've got friends that live in California. They're great people. But I can tell you one thing. Imagine 50 states of California. You can't move out of every state, guys, unless you move, you know, out of the damn country. So just imagine you're fixing to have 50 Californias or 50 Illinois. Any of these states where, man, you can't so much as fart without somebody knowing about it. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. Again, there's nothing we can do about it. But again, I better not hear one damn word when somebody that contributed to the BS that's fixing to happen magically wakes up one day and says, "Oh my God, Daddy Joe, what did you do that for? I thought you were for us." No, mofo. He's for himself. And anything that fattens his pockets is what he cares about. Don't be delusional, don't be gullible, and don't be a dumbass. Ran over.